Greetings, Gen Next readers and viewers. I am Gen Next from the blog Generation Next at soartothemax.wordpress.com. I am excited that Bratz are coming back this fall. Woo! It's really happening. We've been getting a few teasers on Instagram that confirm it's really happening. And of course, I have a few surprises up my sleeve to support the Bratz dolls' return. So stay tuned for that. Ever since I started that 2018 article on my blog regarding Isaac Larian announcing the Bratz dolls' return, I've been really thinking about the Bratz dolls' career over the last 17 years. I've been reviewing pictures, my dolls, the Bratz music, and even press interviews and such, just walking down memory lane. There was a lot about Bratz that just blew me away within that time. I believe I've told people on my Bratz quiz, How Well Do You Know the Bratz article a few years back, that I've been into the Bratz since the website was under construction, late 2000, early 2001-ish. So I've seen a lot come out of the Bratz. I was among those in the target demographic back during the Bratz's debut, and I'm so glad that I was able to support Bratz for so many years. There's a lot that I really loved about Bratz, and of course, I want to see it come back in 2018. I was very sad when MG announced that Bratz would be leaving the toy industry, after the 2015 comeback. I think that they said that they would leave the toy industry the following year. But I'm glad that they're coming back. I am so glad. So far, I've mostly heard good news, like Hayden Williams, a fan favorite designer and illustrator, at least designed one of the Bratz lines, and it's going to be available on Amazon as a collector's exclusive. And MGA has announced on Instagram that they plan to show us teasers of that collector's exclusive soon. So I'm excited about that. Still, there were a lot of things that bothered me too. While there's a lot of things in more recent years that disappointed me, Bratz 2015 to be exact, there were some things during Bratz 2K that I don't want to see anymore either. So I should say that this comeback is met with excitement and a little bit of concern, which I had said in a previous article. That's right. You heard me right. Let me repeat. There were some things that occurred from 2001 to 2009 that I don't want to see again. Okay? Let me break down my do's and don'ts for the Bratz 2018. That's what this whole video is going to be about. Focusing on the things that I do want to see come back, that I'm excited to see return, and the things that I really don't want to come back from between 2001 to 2015. So many of you might not agree with my list or some of the things that I'm going to say, but I'm still going to say it, and I hope you understand my perspective.
Let's talk about fashion. Let it on my passion. Crazy about your action. I'm crazy about your action. My action.
Okay, we all know the Bratz girls were developed with other interests, but let's be real. We love the Bratz because they have a passion for fashion. The dolls showcased bold and fashion-forward style, and that's what I want to see return. I don't care what the radical feminists and soccer moms say about them wearing too much makeup. I say, bring it. I don't care if they slut-shame them. I say, bring it. Though we know designer Hayden Williams is going to deliver that passion for fashion for an exclusive line, which will be available on Amazon, we don't know how the other Bratz lines are going to turn out. What I hope to see is Bratz urban 2001 sass and design, come back combined with their avant-garde punk attitude. There can't be one without the other. Bratz should bring a little bit of both for all the fans, because a lot of fans came in when they had the urban appeal in 2001, but there were also a lot of fans that came with lines like Pretty and Punk and Bratz Rock Angels. So Bratz should have a little bit of both. But regardless, it should always be about the edge. Don't hold back. Don't cater to these people that want Bratz to be innocent. No, that's not what we like. Those people are not going to buy the doll regardless. Okay, they're probably not even interested in dolls. We want the sass, and if you can't bring the sass, you might as well go home. You might as well not bring them at all. I understand why people made us think about MGA adding Rhea as the fifth core girl in 2015. After all, it was the original four that made the Bratz brand. Rhea was also another blonde character, uninteresting and just not necessary. Still, I find it ironic that the same people that hated Rhea being added as a core girl keep asking for Megan and Dana to come back, along with the core four. So why even be mad about Rhea when Rhea was not the first character to be the fifth core girl? MGA has been adding fifth core girls since Megan was released in 2002 and Dana released in 2003. For me, I wasn't having it then and I'm not having it now. Stick to the core four. There's just enough dolls to express solid fashion passion. Too many characters drown out the individuality. It's okay to add these girls in there sometimes, but overall, the core girls and boys should be the main focus, and they should be in almost every line. The core character should not be replaced by other dolls, which in Rhea's case, at least she wasn't a replacement. Like Megan and Dana have been in many of the Bratz lines, Rhea wasn't replacing anybody. I also want to see Dylan return. While it was cute that MGA announced Cameron on Instagram, where's Dylan? He was one of the few boys of color in the Bratz Boys line, and he hasn't been back since 2010. He needs to come back. They better not think of having to come back without Dylan. All the other side characters should be an afterthought. You can say what you want about anything else regarding the Bratz dolls. You can say whatever it is you want. But you can't deny their albums were filled with bops. I was just going back through their music the other day, from Rock Angels to Forever Diamonds to Genie Magic to Show Me What You Got. They had some cuts. I'm not ashamed. I dance to their music at home, in the car, on the street. I'm ready for it. This is the one thing that I don't feel they really messed up in 2015. I feel Skylar Stecker did a pretty good job with the theme song. What's up? Still, I hope they can get Universal back on board for the project because the music sounded polished. All they need are some decent songwriters and we're good to go. Whether it's live action, like what Project MC Square has, the sister brand, to the Bratz stop motion, like what they had in Japan '03, not Stupid Studios was garbage. No. I'm talking about Japan '03. Or whether it's like CGI animation, like what the Bratz had before from 2005 to 2008, it should be well written, engaging, and should promote the Bratz characters' individual charms and styles. That's something I feel the TV series, a lot of the TV series, some of the movies and the live action movie back in the day didn't really deliver. So I'll talk about that later. I actually have a good script going that I've been writing or planning on writing if anybody's interested in picking it up. It's juicy and it follows the Bratz dolls' actual life. Basically, it's focused on the real story behind the Bratz dolls, their life and career. I aim to make it sophisticated enough for the target demographic, which should be 10 to 14, as it was once before. And I hope that it's fun for everyone. But even if no one is biting for my TV Netflix script, I really think a future series that highlights all of the character strengths and weaknesses, focuses on things real teens and tweens experience, and has a little drama adventure in between would be nice and would help to promote the Bratz in 2018 and beyond. This is the only thing the 2015 Bratz stop motion series got right. they brought back Jade's extreme personality traits. In 2001, Bratz dolls weren't extremely developed back then. We learned a little about them from their profiles, about their fashion sense, and from the main website where fans could get a glimpse inside the Bratz girls' rooms. Many Bratz fans who got into the fandom in 2002 and beyond didn't know about the Bratz rooms set up on the main website because the website was changed as soon as Megan was released. In Jade's room, she had a skateboard and a green alien. The skateboard was a sign that Jade was supposed to be a sporty character. You can even look at the first edition Bratz and gather that she's pretty sporty, especially in comparison to the other girls. For some reason, those personality traits were given to Chloe in the movie and TV show adaptations. To me, it just didn't fit Chloe's ethereal and angelic image. Those qualities were clearly meant for Jade. However, because Jade's personality was considered more empowering, maybe writers thought it would be better to give the blonde girl those traits instead of Chloe's head always being in the clouds, which I guess would have made her fit blonde stereotypes. Or those involved with the writing for the Bratz didn't do enough research. Though I'm glad Jade maintained her edgy fashion sense in the movies and TV show, and I like that she had that geek chic thing going on in some of these adaptations, I don't feel that any of the writers, producers, and directors really knew about Jade's characterization through her entire doll career. I really like that she was developed as both smart and sporty. Why can't she be both? Why does she have to fit one narrow description? So I'm hoping that MGA returns Jade back to her original self and doesn't side her personality off to one of the other characters. I loved the Bratz video games for the PlayStation 2, and I hope there are games released on the PS4 and the Xbox One. Those games were entertaining for me, even though I'm a more advanced gamer. I still enjoyed them. I also think it helped more girls get into video games. This time, though, I hope the Unreal Engine is used for future games. It would be awesome. I think it might help new female gamers get into gaming as well as into the Bratz brand. Make the characters single again. Chloe and Cameron are cute and everything, but their relationship kind of made playtime limited. Kids couldn't put the characters they wanted together. People couldn't take photos of Cameron with Yasmin or Chloe with Eaton and post them online without someone saying, no, their boo is, I think shipping should be open. Maybe somebody wants to put Sasha with Jade or Chloe with Yasmin. I also really like the line Secret Date. Unfortunately, with Cameron being so heavily shipped with Chloe, lines like that are impossible now. Still, I would like the Bratz to be single, available, and just dating and having fun in their teen or young adult lives. I would like them to be characterized that way. I hope that version of the Bratz returns. It should be open so people can see any Bratz character with, any Bratz boy or other Bratz girl character they want to see them with. You can do that already, but it's hard to post pictures with your favorite coupling without people making comments about who should be together, So I think that adaptation should make it open. Everybody should have shippable moments. That's just what I think. Even though these movies weren't realistic, they were fun. There was a spirit of adventure and magic that made them fun to watch. I especially liked the suspense and mystery and passion for fashion and diamonds, even if the ending was a bit predictable. Movies like this also made the lines themselves more appealing. These movies also included the soundtrack songs in them, which I thought was a plus. I still do think that adaptation should be a little more realistic and should focus more on trials real teens are going through. but I would also like more adventurous movies as well. So maybe a balance. With the movie, you have to entertain an audience for an hour or two. You might as well make it fun. So that's my list of do's. Let me know if you agree or disagree. I said what I wanted to say. Thanks for listening. Ciao. Peace.